Off the shelf, War of the States, Gettysburg, 1863. Start of a new turn. The Confederates rolled a 5 plus Lee's initiative of 4 for 9. Union roll a 1 plus Meade's 5. I'm looking way over here on the other side of the board. Yeah, Meade's 5 plus die roll of 1 is 6. So the Confederates win. So Confederates will definitely choose to go first because they want to take advantage of this whole attack here. So then we attempt to... Oh! Okay. All right, now we have the 0 result. So now is where we go. Lee's initiative, Army Commander, is 4. Minus a die roll of 4 is 0, but when you get a 0, it's still a 1. So basically, well, 4 minus 4 is 0, which is a 1. So there's still a still activate 1 formation, which is fine because there is only hill on the board here. Okay, so now we're going to get the opportunity. No cavalry, no attachments, so we go to the bombardment. So we are going to be able to bombard with the artillery, move up the 2nd Infantry there. We're going to be able to move that up, and then, well, then assault. So first we'll do our bombardment. There is no change here from last time, except now they're both attacking the same area there. We get a hit, 1 hit, yeah. And then the other, and Snake Eyes. So altogether 1 hit, and that is not good. So yeah, so the Union mounted artillery there take a step, loss like that, and now there's the so now there's the retreat before or retreat after bombardment, or wait for the assault. They no, it would be worth it to do now. So they're taking the voluntary retreat after bombardment. They're going to go back here to... They can't go here because they're still adjacent to the enemy. So they go back there, and obviously as bombardment there is no advance for the Confederates. So I think that helps the Union delay the Confederate forces there. I was wondering about the order that voluntary retreat after bombardment is made, and I was wondering if do they have to retreat each, this unit's fired on, then it retreats as a unit, this unit's fired on, then it retreats. It doesn't really matter because actually you're not going to reduce any losses, and it is retreat after bombardment. And finally, if the decision to retreat is made at all friendly units must retreat if possible. So that means that, yeah, I don't think it matters. So after the bombardment, the decision is made to retreat, in which case they all have to retreat because they can. There's no decision to partially retreat by unit. Nope, we still have this. Well, all right, so I'll mark the Confederate cavalry as bombarded, and then we're going to go to movement. I'll move them aside so I can see here. The infantry wants to follow the road, cross the stream, and get up here, basically. So I cannot remember about roads crossing whoops. I've been talking off the camera. I'm talking about this right here. So I marked my artillery is fired, and now I'm thinking about, and I just moved them aside so I can see what I'm doing. I want the infantry here to move up as far as they can towards Buford's cavalry there. I can't remember about roads across streams there. So it's pretty clear that it's that these rises here are very gentle rises. So these are 1 hour turns. I guess I should have pointed that out a long time ago. So the infantry follows the road, and crossing the road does negate the stream. So specifically ignore extra costs for crossing area boundaries such as streams or hills. So it is 1/2, and then we're going to cross that boundary 1.5. And this they do call it a rise, does not add extra movement cost. Put the artillery back. That's movement. Units can move and attack in a turn. They can move once and they can attack once in the same turn. So the Confederate infantry can assault again for this assault phase. All right, so a bunch of repeats here. Confederates are gonna keep up. Remember, it was the luck of the die that the Confederates went first and that they got one activation. One, they could have not gotten the first activation, in which case Buford could have just easily gotten away. And then second, the Confederates could have rolled for activation and gotten no activations at all. So, all right. So there's a lot of luck there. So this division, I wonder if you have to declare them all first. I'll have to look into that later. They're going to try to attack, they're going to assault that area, and Buford or Hill and that infantry unit are going to assault that one. Okay, so can these guys get away? Okay, so that cavalry gets away. I guess they go. Is that what I? Yes, yeah, that is what I was thinking. So they're going to go retreat there, and then they do not make it. They do not get away. The horse cavalry there. Okay, so I believe that they do defend normally. They only have a strength of 1, as a matter of fact. Let's see what they get. No, they don't get a hit anyways. So that unit, now we're going to get our first big handful of dice roll. So 7 for the strength of the infantry there. I'll see if there are any so there are my 7 dice, but let's see if there's any modifiers. Okay, so I do think some modifications apply here. So, well, let me back up real quickly. Say I'm not going to let it slow me down whatsoever. I don't see that the rules specify that all of these assaults need to be declared and done simultaneously, step by step, because I believe it's going to make I don't know, maybe I should prove this someday to myself. I still believe it makes a difference. It makes difference. What happens in one assault can affect what happens in another assault, but not going to let it slow me down. I'm just going to do one at a time and I guess live with the results. Well, I guess the rules don't say that you don't do that, so anyways. Okay, so the horse cavalry did not get away. So we're going to do the assault here. It is 7 dice for the strength of the Confederates there, and then there are no terrain modifications in this case. There is no enfilade combat modification, but there is superior morale. So the Confederates have a morale of 5. The Union have a morale of 4 for a difference of 1. So I'm adding 1 to the Union pool. Now we're up to 8 dice. And then there's a die roll mod. Oh wait, I'm sorry. That modifies the number of dice. So that's it. So it's 8 dice. 7 plus 7, the strength of the unit, plus 1 for the morale difference. And there is a die roll modifier because the target area contains only enemy artillery units. So we're hitting on 5s or 6s. I don't see how well, actually, I guess it is. Okay, so all right, so we easily get 3 hits with the die roll modifier. which well, it's not gonna survive. I agree with those who say, I mean, you can only assume that because it's at strength 1, it can't possibly have a step C or D, etc. But it would be nice if the unit itself indicated that it was on the last step, because I still don't see an indicator. Maybe I don't know, make some indicator that you're on the last step of that unit. All right, but there we go, the first casualty. And then but they return fire, and they actually have a modifier of 1 because it's defending artillery. So that means that, so it's a strength of 1. They would have hit on a 5 or a 6, but they rolled a 4. So the Confederates get away unscathed. The Union lose their first unit, and then so they do get to advance, and this is another thing. This is going to affect other combats. I still think that it's going to affect other combats. So I'm trying to put 249 in its front. I don't think I'm going to be able to, so I'll just leave it like that. Okay. Then we have this assault, which no, we have we have leaders here. So, all right, and this is the first difference. But maybe that is the design. I don't know. Maybe that is design, because now Buford and his cavalry are going to try to retreat before combat. They have to pass a morale test. I need to figure out if Buford modifies that morale test. But now they cannot retreat here, I think, because then they would be adjacent to an enemy unit. Yeah, okay. I'm just going to go on the assumptions here. As far as I know, in this game, there are no automatic successes or automatic losses. So Buford's cavalry, I don't know, I can't remember if I rolled before or not. That I can't remember. But now they're rolling to retreat before combat. Their morale is 5. You do add the tactical leadership of a leader. Buford's tactical leadership is 2, so that's 7. So I'm assuming that that's an automatic success. So they can retreat across that connection there. So they retreat there, and the Confederates are pressing the attack here, or the advance. So they